Good morning, good morning, good morning. Monday.
We're
Woo-hoo!
back. We're back, baby. And I hope your energy is cranked to 1,000 because ours is already.
Turn the dial up, turn it up. You and I laughing already this morning, talking movies, talking stuff.
A special shout out to all of the moms that are in the huddle. We hope that you had a great day yesterday, whether you celebrated it with your kids or with your grandkids or just on your own, however it was that you chose to celebrate your day. We hope that you were celebrated. We were definitely celebrating you if nobody else was.
True, and we will get into the origin of Mother's Day, so we will not skip that day. We got lots and lots of great content, but I gotta bring this up for all the early huddlers. We talked about honesty a couple of weeks ago. Shay, show me Medina. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Failed the drug test.
Unbelievable. This guy, they talk about him being the best and all of that. Well, is
Baffert you're talking about?
Yeah. Is he? There are a lot of people call him a cheater. But you know the amount of money that swung one way or the other that is done.
Yep.
The only give back will be their prize money, but everybody that bet on the number 2 horse.
Yep. It's interesting, and how we had this conversation, when it came to baseball. Is it a part of the sport and you just either decide to get in it or you don't, or should they do a better job of cracking down? But it's the same. So you sent me the article about Nick Saban's recruiting,
yes,
right? And how he was very anti-transfer portal, but it's become a part of the game, and he's done an unbelievable job of leveraging that to pull really good players away from other programs. Jesus never prosper, Leslie says.
I love my man Tracy Karras. He's like, inspired by Bill Belichick.
So yeah, I mean, him and Robert Kraft are really good friends, and the organization, whatever. But I think the point of it is like, does Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide do everything by the book in recruiting? Not even close.
Negative.
Not even. So if you think that they're just really good at doing it exactly the way it's supposed to be done and don't take advantage of any of the gray areas, you're wrong. They're actually really good at taking advantage of the gray areas and maybe even dip in to the areas they're not supposed to be in at times. So is it part of the sport, or, do you just shame everybody for doing it?
Yeah, I just the whole conversation about, enhancing your performance. I don't know, but here's a good takeaway to get us started. You said, I sent you the article. You sent me the article. We are constantly sharing current events, topical things, driving us to make stuff happen. And with that, let's wake up today.
Help, yeah. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. Come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in there. No more back to thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Come on now.
So a couple of great shout outs. Tyler Stevens is in the house.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler, who is a former college football coach as well. Does great things. Great dude. Really excited to see you in here, Tyler. I want to shout out to the Turisk family. I want to shout out to Christy and Jeremy, first of all, for meeting me at Kalou's Friday afternoon. We got to start the weekend off the right way with a cocktail together, but really had an unbelievable conversation. And kudos to them, because we're embarking on a 90-day engagement to coach their kids. They're investing in their kids that are, range from 17 to 27 to help them just build the right foundation and the right principles to help them go be entrepreneurs, help them go chase after their dreams, and knowing not that we're teaching something very different than they teach as parents, but that another voice helps, and that it reaffirms, and that it drives home, and that it pushes it to another level. So major shout out to the Tourist family for investing in their kids and taking that step.
The more, excuse me, the more I get to know them and, the whole family, the more I'm inspired, and I love it. So, but there are other Ed Dykes, our main man, the Weston jeweler. We're actually having dinner with his family as a coaching event Wednesday night. You better get that Argentinian grill going, because we are ready.
I love it.
Little tequila and a little Argentinian grill. Howard K., the guy who handles all of our life insurance needs.
Sammy K
is in the house. So great stuff. Great way to kick the day off. Now, I'm going to shift gears here this morning because it is Bono's birthday. So we're going to start out with some motivational music. We're going to talk about Mother's Day. We're going to talk about May 10th, and then we'll come back to Bono. But motivational music to kick the day off. And thank you, everybody. I am wearing a gopher.
It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day. So let it get away on the road. You've got no destination in the mind. In the maze of her imagination, your love is down. Even if that doesn't ring true, you've been all over, and it's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. So let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Teach me. I know I'm not a hopeless case.
Woo!
Phenomenal. The line of that little section for sure is, you're on the road, but you got no direction. Like, lost. You're lost.
Mic drop, fascinating guy. Most famous Irishman for sure. There's some people can argue with that, but really cool way to kick off the week. It is a beautiful day. I started my day on the beach this morning, sucking in the waves, getting in the vibe. I'm ready, psyched. So let's talk about Mother's Day. I bet you did not know this, but Mother's Day, the incarnation of Mother's Day, was created by Anna Jarvis in 1908 and became an official holiday in 1914. But it dated back. Celebrations of mothers and motherhood can be traced back to ancient Greeks and Romans, who held festivals in honor of their mothers. And it was the clearest, predecessor to what this great holiday is. Now, innately, I think everybody wants to thank the woman that brought them in the world. I mean,
They should. They should.
Let's face it. And for those who are fortunate enough to have their mothers still alive, hopefully you got together. I know you got together with your mother, which looked like fun. I know Jake got together with his mother.
Yep, we got the opportunity to go to lunch yesterday, which was fantastic. We got a chance to celebrate Gabby for being a stepmom, which is really cool. So awesome stuff. And shout out to you.
Thank you. Okay, man.
Shout out to you for coming in early with the text message to Miss Nudelberg, and you set the precedent with that way back when we had Mother's Day with Sylvia, Jake's mom. You always made sure that I showed appreciation for her being a stepmom and made that a point. So shout out to all the stepmoms out there as well.
So here's a did you know, and I'm all about facts, man. This is good stuff. Did you know more phone calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year? These holiday chats with mom caused the phone system to be taxed. But I wonder, because, this is a current stat, I wonder how much of that shifted to FaceTime, and is FaceTime considered a call?
Yes, 1,000%. It's
It
considered.
is.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay,
I
so
would include it in
fun
there.
stuff. Call your mother. Don't just wait. You know, people say, call your mother every day. Call her as much as you can, because I unfortunately cannot call my mother. So you know, you do not take those things for granted. So in the facts and figures part of today, May 10th, we have reached the 130th day of the year. How about them apples, dude?
Let's go.
130 days into the year.
I'm in. Let's. It's gone fast. I had this conversation with Andy Hill when we were together Friday. It has gone very, very fast.
It has gone very fast. One of the reasons I think it's going fast is that we are working, man. We got a lot of things going. There are 235 days left. So for those of you who are not where you want to be, you can do something about it, and we'll close the day out talking about that. But a couple of facts about May 10th. In 2019, Uber became a public company.
Hello.
How about getting in on that little early thing? In 2005, on May 10th, an assassination attempt was made on President George W. Bush. Did not remember that one.
I don't remember that.
In 1996, the disaster movie Twister premiered. Now that was a good movie.
That was, not only was that a good movie, that was a good ride.
Yeah.
That was at Universal Studios, I think, right? Where you could go in and watch the entire scene take place, which is no longer there.
Nope, it's all gone. In
Can't do that
1877, the first telephone was installed in the telegraph room of the White House, and it was done by Rutherford B. Hayes.
Lots of great historical facts to share
Now,
today as content and drive conversations.
And like, he could win the best Rutherford B. Hayes. So I think anything with a B in the initial, B Hayes, man.
Yeah. Well, Hayes is the last name. We talked about, Willie Mays Hayes in the movie Major League last week. So Hayes is a great name.
So let's move on to my man Bono. We have a lot of cool stuff from him. Shay, show me the Bono birthday video. Today is his birthday. He is 60 years old. Join the club, brother.
1978. Bono's first TV appearance in a band then called The Hype. The name was changed, and the boy from Ballymun became the most famous Irishman on the planet.
I remember being in Mongolia, and talking to a yak herder, and he figured out I was from Ireland, and he said, Bono.
The Dubliner is also a campaigner and philanthropist, so why does he attract criticism, particularly in his own backyard?
If you're a Bono and you've had at the cover of Time magazine saying, can Bono save the world? People in Ireland are going to be saying, yeah, come on, give us a break. And I think he knows this himself. He's very self-aware.
I don't think he really cares about being a national treasure or not, but you should see him that way, absolutely.
Ahead of the big day, Bono spoke about his current involvement in securing PPE for Irish healthcare workers and his low-key birthday plans.
It's not really the moment for a big celebration. I'm just grateful that I got here, and I'm really grateful to the band and my family and my mates and the country who gave us, you two, an incredible life and allowed us to be able to afford to be useful in this moment.
He's also marking the milestone by compiling a list of 60 songs he says saved his life.
Whatever he's been doing for the last 30 or 40 years, all I hope is that he keeps doing it.
U2 fans will be hoping that Paul Houston from Cedarwood Road continues to rattle and hum into his 60s and beyond. Claire McNamara, RTE News.
So yeah.
Go.
So the guy is on, and the question that he said, whatever he's been doing for the last 60 years, I hope that he continues to do that. But the real, answering that question is, whatever he's been doing for the last 60 years, you should do it as well. And the fundamental of giving, leveraging his platform and the way he is so graceful about being appreciative of what's gotten him to where he is He's a strong man of faith. He's a strong Catholic, very faith-based, and you hear a lot of that in his lyrics. But when you listen to his words, which I love more than anything else when it comes to U2, they're strong, they're powerful, and they're rooted in optimism, in faith, and in giving.
Well, wait, because I have a double shot. I have another song that I'm going to play that you probably don't know. But here's some facts. We're on this facts thing today. He was born Paul David Hewson. The band has earned 20 Grammy Awards and has sold over 150 million records. He started singing when he was a kid, and growing up on O'Connell Street in the suburb of Dublin, he earned his nickname Bono from the phrase Bono Vox of O'Connell Street, which means good voice of O'Connell Street. So how cool is that? He in the video, they said he was named Time Person of the Year in 2005. He and the band performed at a Super Bowl, first one right after 9/11. He's been married since 1982. He's got 4 kids. He's, the band is world known. We're just an amazing, amazing dude. Now they talked about this list of 60 songs, and I would be remiss if I didn't.
Share the list of songs.
So, I mean, if you want the list, I have it. I'm happy to send it to you. But number 1, and I don't know that they were in any order, but the complete list of Bono's 60 songs that saved my life. Yeah. Just imagine this. The first song by Luciano Pavarotti.
Wow.
Amazing. Number 2 song by Sex Pistols. Number 3 song, Kanye West, Black Skinhead. Whoa.
I love it.
So just listen to the thing. Billie Eilish, David Bowie, the Beatles, the Ramones, Clash, Public Enemy, Patti Smith. That rounds out the top 10. Couple of other ones that just, jumped out at me. Bob Marley, Bob Dylan, Beyonce, Depeche Mode, Coldplay, Clocks. Number 60, which is just a great 60. Bee Gees, the song Immortality.
I love it.
Unbelievable stuff here. He's got Frank Sinatra in there. I just find this to be so heady.
Well, so Mackey's quote. Yeah, go ahead.
What he did was he sent a letter to all of these artists. In his letter to 18-year-old Eilish and her brother, who co-wrote the song, "My ears long for such empty spaces to wander, to sneak away from the density of digital services, which too much information. I step inside your song. It's a black beauty, achingly, awesomely vulnerable and terrifying." Oh my God. Oh my God. I was doing the research, and I'm like saying to myself, this dude is on another planet.
Correct. Which is why until he gets the cover of Time and they talk about him being the man that can save the world, but he's not interested in saving the world. He's just interested in doing all that he can do to help and be valuable and give to the people around him, which is the only thing that he focuses on all the time, which is why he continues to be successful decade after decade after decade. It's phenomenal. I love talking about him. And shout out to James Coley. It'd be unfair to not share and shout him out. He is a huge Bono fan. And we used to listen to No Line on the Horizon, that album. We used to listen to that consistently at Florida State together to get us through some of the adversity that we were battling through in the office. Super cool.
Music does that.
Yes.
This guy is unbelievably passionate. You feel his energy. Now I'm going to play you a song, which is how it's done. And if this song don't kick you in the ass, nothing will. Bang.
Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus to the lepers in your head? Well, did I ask too much? More than a lot. You gave me nothing, now it's all I got. We're one, but we're not the same. See, we had each
Wow.
Woohoo!
Hello. Hello. I mean,
So-
anytime you get Mary J with them, that's like, come on,
So here's
passion
my
through the
question.
roof.
Here's my question to ask everybody. I ask you, I ask Shay, Jake, everybody in the huddle. Are you bringing that kind of fire to work every day? Because if
Right.
you are not bringing that to your work, you are not going to get the results. And so I'm going to switch gears, close it out with some unbelievable stats, sales stats. This is reality. Just the facts, ma'am. 43% of salespeople say it's harder to sell virtually than it is from an office. Can you imagine?
What?
One out of every two. What?
I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Wait. 62% of salespeople surveyed said they had not received training on virtual sales over the course of the last year. You can change that. 47% of sellers predict that most selling will be done virtually moving forward. Wait, 1 out of 2 says it's harder. 1 out of 2 says that's where it's going to be. You can get trained. I spent the day with the United Way team just focused on video. Video is a tactic in a sales strategy. Christian, Catherine, unbelievable. Mary Beth, those people went on fire, blasting stuff out into the universe. Because you know why? They know how. Bam. So if you want to know, where can they go, Mark?
Yeah, well, I think that's the important part, is that if your organization is not helping you adapt to the virtual environment, that's why Get on the Ball training exists. It is a deep dive. It is a masterclass in selling in a virtual environment. And I think we would be, wrong to not talk about that. I don't care what your tactic or your tool is. Great, you want to use video. Great, you want to leverage LinkedIn. If you don't first have the mindset of what you're supposed to be thinking and saying and doing, the way you're supposed to operate mentally before you go attack the tactics, you're going to be lost anyway. Just because you use video, you start cold pitching people through video, nobody's going to listen or respond to your video. You have to understand how to leverage the tool to drive conversations, connections to conversations. That's the repeatable process that we're talking about. And that's what we love teaching and what we love working with. And if you're interested in it, you can either reach out to us or you can go directly to getontheballtraining.com and get started.
So if you do not know, you cannot go. Get on the Ball, as you said, is meant to upskill you, to understand the tools, get in, do what you do better. And by the way, when you're doing it really great, it is super fun. So with that, it is time on a Monday morning to get down, get back. Let's get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million